Okay, we'll move on to new business. Brian Roth, is that the name?
Green.
Yep, I
don't know. I want to dive into this ring yet, but.
Did I get it right?
Green.
Okay.
And who do you have with you? You have a board member?
I have board member John Lawrenson and Jim Collins here. Two of the others couldn't make it. Anyway, the Patterdonald Civic Center is looking at drilling a well to save money on water for ice making purposes and ice maintaining purposes. And we went to the township board meeting and they handed the ball over to the GRWA on whether it was going to be okayed or you guys were going to support this. The Civic Center is based for the kids. I mean, it's hockey in there during the winter. We are looking at sometime in the future putting a new floor in for ice making, which will give us the opportunity to make ice in the summer. And it'll only take 2 or 3 days versus the 10 it takes now. Having that opportunity, it's going to cost us more water. Every time you make ice, it costs you quite a bit of money because right now we're making anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of ice in the winter time. And we're putting on quite a few gallons. And to maintain it, there's anywhere from 4 to 10 Zamboni runs on the ice during any given day, during the week, the weekends, going from October through March. And the Zamboni holds usually 160 gallons of water. Shave the ice and put water back down to put a fresh surface on there. So we were looking to get permission from the GRWA to go ahead and drill this well. We've already contacted the health department on permits as far as going ahead with it. So that's why we're here.
Well, I was at the meeting when Brian presented this to the Ironwood Township Board. You read my letter in your agenda packet. My response, I also had another meeting with Brian, and they have willingly provided all the information that I asked for, including their financials. And what I wanted to look at, is there genuine need? There is. And I firmly believe that the Civic Center is a great asset to this community, and that this young man, I think, has done a phenomenal job since he's taken over as manager on trying to make it a success. You understand that building is owned in the detail by the city of Ironwood, and it benefits all of us. And I think that this is a great opportunity for us to help out an institution that's doing a lot for the youth. The well will be used only for non-potable water, which would be only to make ice. And by relieving some of the debt on the meter 2, that's the one that's used for making ice, for this facility, I think will help them out and help them to continue to grow. So I would really like to recommend that our board support this and allow them to drill the well. They're already paying their debt share to the township by meter 1 and their water fees. And I think we'd all like to see this facility continue to grow. And the more people and events and things that come into the area, the better it is for all of us. What we're looking for then is support from the board in the form of a motion to allow them to drill the well as a non-potable water source for making ice. Yeah, we'll do an agreement with them then.
Mr. Chairman, before you do that,
Yes.
2 things. Have the Ironwood Township ordinances been checked to make sure that this is allowable? And the second thing is, as part of the motion, make sure that it's called out, the proper separation between, the biggest problem we have in the public health business is separation of these wells coming in where public water system exists. There's a lot of liability there. So you have to have...
There won't be any connections because if they work through this, we'll be sending inspectors.
Yeah, you have to make sure that there's inspection of that beforehand because that is a responsibility of the board and the operations staff to make sure that that does not occur.
And there's a lot of various different people in Ironwood Township that have auxiliary wells that they use for watering grass and washing cars and, you know, as there are in a lot of other of our districts. Bessemer Township has a mandatory hookup ordinance. It doesn't say, it says you never hook up to the system if it comes, you know, within a certain area or closest to your property line. You are required to hook into it. They are hooked into it, and they are by meter one, you know, satisfying that portion. They don't have anything in their ordinance that says as long as you're on a water system, you can't always have a well.
Some municipalities do have that, that's why I'm bringing up the question, that they won't allow wells in the public service areas. That was an inquiry, but the other thing is the make sure that, you know, that inspection is done. We don't want to have a higher pressure system coming online into the tail end of that.
Well, there will be no connection with our system running well.
There'll be no totally separate.
It can't be, yeah.
I'll make that motion that, would have a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it made by John?
Okay, go ahead, John. Well, I'll make the motion if John let me. I'll make it that it has to comply to local codes and regulations, period. How's that, John? Both John, so. Mark Miller, John, you want it, John?
Both answers.
Could we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
I'll be getting a